MrsSportcat's Daily Gazette. Live across Australia on Dare Media Group radio stations. News, weather.
And somehow it all makes sense. Sort of. For more information, go to daremediagroup.com.au.
The boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. You're the one and only Sportcat. I am here for the next 2 hours on Dare Talk Radio, WZQR, to pontificate and give you some news and updates. Come over and join us on our live chat. We have Denise. Denise is always here. I've missed you, Denise. And Chris, I think Chris is here somewhere. I don't know where the hell. Yeah, there Chris is. So everybody's here. Oh, where's KG? Somebody go wake up KG. Let me also play this real quick before I bring my. Yes, we're back, baby. Well, we got all kinds of things to talk about.
The views, opinions, and satirical content expressed on Sportcat's Daily Gazette are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson.
That's me.
And do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show. This show is intended for entertainment purposes only. Please note, satire and humor, all commentary, especially on news, sports, and entertainment, is presented in a satirical manner. Statements made on this show should not be taken as factual reporting or professional advice.
No, please, not professional advice. We're not scientists. Let me bring out my lovely co-host, Miss Brenda.
Oh,
how are you?
I'm gonna go back to bed when we're done with the show.
That wasn't a trick question.
It was, considering I didn't go to bed till like 3 o'clock in the morning and woke up at 6:30.
I was toes up snoring at 3 o'clock in the morning for a change. So, well, in case you've missed me, which hopefully you have, you will be glad to note that I was busy getting my ass kicked by a little ninja dentist. Her and like 50 people were in my mouth with jackhammers, drills.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I don't know. They had all kinds of shit in my mouth, and yeah, good times. So
nothing enjoyable, huh?
Oh yeah, I didn't pay for a happy ending there. That's for damn sure. So, and I was told that you and I are being labeled as the new internet shock jocks. I don't understand the title, but I will gladly welcome it because I'm always happy to bitch about something. So,
what did we shock and awe? What?
I don't know. No, Cedar. There was no happy ending. Yeah, I was gonna come back the next day, but my mouth was so swollen I sounded like a stroke patient, and I was drooling on myself. This won't end well. So you just take something and go back to bed. So,
you messaged me. My face got hit by a cart.
Oh yeah, it sucked. And then yesterday, I went and got my eyes checked, and because I have intracranial hypertension, they somehow dilate them to the I don't know. I could look at a star and it looks brighter than the sun, and they shoot a blue laser in there and like scan the back of my eyes, and so that was fun. So I came home after that with a headache, and I'm like, screw this. I'm gonna lay on the couch and watch TV. So.
Oh well, I'm gonna tell you, you're lucky because when they had to take my whole half a mouth, they did it. When they did it like one half got rid of everything else, then the other half later. And when they did the one half, not only was my face swollen, but I was so bruised all in here. I had a black eye. I had on both sides. It was horrible.
Oh yeah,
I would go around people for like a month.
Yeah, I remember when I had my wisdom teeth many years ago pulled. I look like a hockey player and punched me in the face like 20 times. So yeah,
they're not dentists are not real easy people. I mean,
no, they're not.
Sometimes doctors try to be like, gentle, but dentists, man, they get in there. They don't give a shit. They grab a big old wrench and they're like, they're pulling that shit out. Oh.
They're definitely they're the only legal torture I think still allowed.
Yeah. That's no joke.
And then the other thing, we're on this, make America great again, make America healthy again. Nobody ever talks about dental insurance. We'll talk all day about affordable health care for everybody, but a tooth can kill you just as much as a heart can kill you. So we don't. Why are they not on that? I mean, I'm being serious on that. I think there's, is the American Dental Association got some secret cult membership, and they don't want any government oversight?
I don't know. My insurance, I have like this secondary, and once a year they give you $5,000. Like if you have teeth already, they give you $5,000 to spend at the dentist. They cover $5,000 of it. Well, when they did mine, I had already had all my teeth were gone. And a year later, they're like, well, you got $5,000 to spend at a dentist. And I said, oh, does that include new teeth? And they're like, well, yeah, but if you go over, you have to pay the difference.
Yeah, that's where they get you.
No, didn't happen with me. I think mine were $2,800. So I called them up. I'm like, y'all owe me now because I didn't spend it all.
Yeah. Mom was like, did you ever think about just having them rip it out? I'm like, no, that's even more pain. So Chris says Glenn should be applauded. Not many people have taken a blue lightsaber to the eyes and walked away to tell the story. And Chris, I want you to know, in case you missed it last night, man, we had a great show last night. Go back and listen to the Sportcat show from last night. Chris, I was not ignoring you with the comments. He was in so deep on so many things. I just didn't want to interrupt him because I was afraid if we interrupted his thought flow that we'd miss something important. So last night we were in your neighborhood, Brenda. We were talking about deep underground bases, aliens, honeycomb earth. We were all over the place. So it was good. So Cedar says 1970s Republicans didn't include dental because historically it was done by the local barber and not the local doctor. At least that's what my uncle said. Yeah, that's kind of weird. So that's as bad as the funeral homes running the ambulance service back before regulation.
Oh, good God.
Conflict of interest. But they did up until I guess some parts of the country, the early 80s. So yeah, the funeral home ran it. I did not know that about the barber. So you could go get your hair cut and your tooth pulled. Wow. Wow.
Oh, geez.
Well, at least we've moved past the time where, you can have a shot of whiskey and they'll do your dental work.
I know. Right?
Yeah, you leave there drunk and in pain.
Everybody make sure, no matter what platform you're watching on, hit that like button, please.
That's right. We especially want you on the Sportcat Show's platform because we are getting close to being monetized. We can sucker 250-ish more people into subscribing. We will have hit that threshold. So we'll see. We'll see. And I understand from our friends in Australia, they missed us. So Cedar says the two colors the barber pole were out front were signals for dental and beauty. I did not know that. I did not know that. That explains it. Yeah.
You mean the candy stripe looking thing?
Was it red and blue? Red, white, and blue?
White.
Chris says, no, I know you weren't. I just didn't want him to think I was calling him a queen when he popped on. I typed it late and he popped on. He's talking about Harley had her scream name last night as Queen Harley. And Chris said he was only there for the queen. So, and then she had bad internet or something. I don't know. She was in and out of the show. And finally, she messaged me and said, "I can't get the stupid thing to stay connected." I was like, okay,
I gotta get this stupid thing to work.
yeah, me and Jen got this. So, and our second guest, Leah Culver, she's a EDM electronic dance music artist and quite popular. She was great. I was surprised though. When she talked, I expected her to be more, I don't know, project herself and be more bold, and she was real quiet, and I'm like, wow, you've got such a powerful voice, but yet you seem like you're so reserved. So yeah, it was good. So Cedar says the red and white barber pole symbolizes the historic dual role of barbers as surgeons, with representing blood and white symbolizing clean bandages from procedures like bloodletting and tooth extractions too. Interesting.
I'm not so sure I would want to go to the same person that would be cutting my hair and messing around with my mouth. I would be afraid I would get hair in my mouth.
When I moved to Atlanta, I was the king of bad haircuts. I could not find anybody to cut my hair worth a shit, and in fact was asked to leave a couple barbershops. I went in and they're like, "I'm sorry, sir," and this is not me profiling or saying anything racial, but they said, "We don't really know how to cut white people's hair here." So when I moved here, apparently I lived in the ghetto and didn't know it. So
well, there you go.
yeah, it took a while. And then when I found a lady, she was like the little ninja. She was she's like, come out of there. I'm like, God damn, I'm almost bald.
Glenn be walking out of there with extensions and shit, braids down his head.
I wouldn't mind trying that. I wouldn't mind being braided. So MrsSportcat probably wouldn't be a fan, but I'd give it a whirl. What the hell? I mean, so.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I tried for the rat tail for a while, and my hair just grows too slow, and so it didn't work out. So Chris says his assistant Lincoln said he probably thought it was funny, so I felt better. And yeah, Leah is brilliant and has great music. I listened to her today. Good. Yeah, she really does have some cool stuff. So go check her out. And then her new album, I'm going to try and push it over on my show on the Thin Line Rock Station, which to remind everybody, noon till 2 Eastern every Tuesday and Thursday. Make sure to go over there and listen to me being stupid. I'm the king of stupid. So well, Brenda, it's 2:14 here on the East Coast, which means for our buddies out on the West Coast, it's 11:14, Denver 12, Chicago 1. And we think about our friends down under so often, our dear friends in Perth. You're listening overnight at 3:14 a.m. Sydney, well, it's your Friday. It's 6:14 a.m. Get up and go to work. You got stuff to do, but listen to us while you do it. So. Did you go outside and see the winter moon, Brenda?
I haven't been outside for a month.
Good Lord, are you a vampire?
I think so. I think I'm getting there.
Well, it was a pretty moon, but it lived up to its name, cold winter moon. It was definitely cold here in the South, and later this week it's going to get even colder. Yay!
Oh my God, it's been in the 80s here. Shut up.
Yeah. What are we? It was in the 30s when I woke up. It's still in the 30s, so I think it might make it to 50 here in Atlanta today.
Well, see, it's that time of the year here in Texas because we have drunk groundhogs. Where during the day it's 80, but at night now at night we got to drip our sinks because it's so cold. Yeah, and then it pops back up to the 80s again. We have bipolar weather.
Yeah. Well,
our damn weather's on the rag.
Well, we're headed on our way to the next full moon. Do you know what the next full moon will be, Brenda?
I don't know what it is.
It is the worm moon.
Oh my God.
You have to research. Yeah, it's the worm moon, and it'll be on March 5th. So
why didn't they just call it the bird? Who makes these names?
I don't know. I think it may still live up to cold moon. So we'll see. We'll see. It's still going to be cold out there. Let's see. How far behind are we today? We are 14 minutes, 9 seconds. They're going to have a time span to make up for this. Yeah, the sun is currently running 14 minutes, 9 seconds late. So if you're in Australia and getting rushed and going to work, you have an excuse. The sun is 15 minutes behind.
It's going to get ready to do that whole time change thing again.
Well, Leah was talking about it, and I need to look it up. She said we're about to leave some cycle I think it was the middle of next month, and she's like, so the cycle will change a lot of things on the planet. And I'm like, really? So I need to go back and look and see what she was talking. I mean, the name. And then she had a thought about, oh gosh, what was it? Quantum immortality, I think it was, and the quantum entanglement with the way humans exist in the spectrum. And I was like, that actually makes some sense. So I need to do some research on that. That was interesting. So it's so cool to talk to these people that, they have other views and things. And some of them are like you, way out there, Brenda, but
hey,
yeah, well, you're my chief conspiracy theorist. So.
That's right.
If after last night I don't have them watching me, I'm sure they're watching me now. So quantum immortality. Yeah, look that up. That had some it had some potential, by the way. I don't know. I want to do some more research on it. But
Denise said that she heard that we're going back to 1964. I hope not. I wasn't born yet.
Didn't some country in Asia, was it Korea or Japan, just brought us out of the 70s or 80s or something because of the way they keep time? So I don't know. I saw that and I was like, yeah, I'm not even good at it. They went by a different calendar, but as we're growing as a society, they moved to the more common, or what we use today, calendar. So yeah,
which is the wrong one.
Well, who knows? Well, the sun's being 14 minutes behind, so
we're supposed to have 13 months, 28 days each month. That is the way the original calendar was written.
And then they changed it. So
the Catholics,
why did they change it?
The Roman Catholics changed it because they're a bunch of idiots.
Of course.
Okay.
The great Roman Empire. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They did.
Of course they did.
All right. Well, let's see what we have on trivia lined up here today. Is your mind working, Brenda? Are you?
My mind is never working. Are you kidding? That's how I stay young. I never overwork that damn thing.
Well,
let's see what we got.
All right. So the newest ones, It Takes Two to Tango. It's about music bands. A Hula Vu is a Shade of Blue. I have no idea. It's a quiz about the different colors of blue, inspired by the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Elements Are Perfect Squared. It's a math one. No, we don't want that. Somber Entertainment, WW3 and Movies and Here's that 2. Movies and TV. WW2 and Movies and TV. So World War II history. And then the next one is a shell game. This is for children, animals, for kids. Yeah, that might be more for like us.
He's good, Denise. He's snoring back over here behind me.
Let's see. There are many different combinations of letters used in English. So humanities in language use. We looked at we did the MASH episode. Well, this is a different one.
Maybe that one's easier.
I don't know if I'm going to tackle that. Leaders of the band. That might be the band and the leaders. So anything there, or do you want to? Let's see. If
what
there's
was that other
there.
music one?
Well, that one was talking about where was that one? Was it Two to Tango? Yeah, music, bands, and acts, duets and duos. It sounds like it's a little past our generation. Let's see what this other one's got real quick. And nothing new there. All right. Or we could just pick a topic if you wanted. Anything from 80s to entertainment. We've done comics, general knowledge, geography, history, Harry
Let's do
Potter.
some what?
Harry Potter. I don't know anything about Harry Potter. Well, I mean, I
Oh.
do, but I'm not like. You want to do entertainment? All right, let's see.
Yeah, we'll do some entertainment. See what we get.
Let's see. Fragrantly complex, some obscure perfume facts. Odds are casinos and gambling. Good friends too. Complicated relationships. Sometimes they're enemies or just rivals. Entertain us, 1960 style, during one of the most tumultuous and divisive decades in the world. A few adornments. Can you identify the pictured pieces of jewelries? Which Disney and Orson Welles' War of the Worlds? Which one to do? Which one?
The Disney one, I guess.
Let's
try that one.
Yeah, why do you go for Disney every time? So
I don't know.
Oh, look. Oh, okay. So we have to decide between book, character, and movie. This will be fun. Book, character, or movie. Yeah, you picked this, so just remember that. All right. So Jack Skellington, Kingdom Keepers, Disney After Dark, Song of the South. Oh, that was a movie. That one was definitely a movie. I got that one.
Jack Skellington was a movie.
Jack Skellington was a movie. Okay,
yeah.
So Once Upon a Dream, Baloo, Mr. Smee.
Cartoon.
So he would be a character. Okay. Yeah. Mr. Smee, Johnny Tremaine, Lewis, Poor Unfortunate Souls, Old Yeller. Well, that was a book. I know that one. That one I got.
That was also a movie, but okay.
Oh, you're right. Well, that's a trick. So The Living Desert in Lore. Good Lord.
The hell?
Kingdom Keepers, Disney After Dark. That sounds like a book. I'm good with that. I think it's a book. Now we'll put it up there. Maybe, well, will we put it up there? Can we put it up there? I stopped that. Why is it not? There we go. Maybe I just didn't do it right there. All right. Once Upon a Dream. Was that a character, movie, or book?
Once Upon a Dream.
It sounds like a movie.
Could have been a book.
All right, well, we'll put it in there, but we're running out of. We only got one more book thing to go, according to this.
Oh.
Mr. Smee. That sounds like a character.
It does. Yes.
All right, Johnny Tremaine.
That would be a character too.
All right, so now we have Luath, Luath. I'm going to guess character. So there we go, and we got 3 left. Lore, is that a movie? A book? The Living Desert and Poor Unfortunate Souls. I think Poor Unfortunate Souls was. Yeah, Chris is correct. This quiz is corrupt. Given 2 things for Old Yeller. Yeah, thanks, Brenda.
All right, so what's the first one you said? Let's do 1 and 2. What's the first one?
Poor Unfortunate Souls. Is that a book or a movie? The Living Desert and Lore. Well, there you go.
Well, okay, so the Living Souls thing, try movie.
The Living Desert, you mean? All right.
Okay, whatever.
Lore, is that a movie, book? And Poor Unfortunate Souls. That's what we put.
Poor
Lore.
Unfortunate Souls, I think, is a book.
Think it's a book?
Now I'll switch it. Put it under,
movie? All right.
And then put the lore under the book.
All right. So under book, we can change this still. Old Yeller, Kingdom Keepers, Disney After Dark, Once Upon a Dream, and Lore. Under characters, we have Baloo, Mr. Smee, Johnny Tremaine, and Lewis. Movies, Song of the South. I think, was that a book too? Oh, crap. I don't know. Jack Skellington, The Living Desert, and Poor Unfortunate Souls. Is there anything there you or the chat wishes to change before I hit submit?
No, let's see.
We are.
Sure, Chris says. Oh, Chris just says it's corrupt.
And somebody on LinkedIn is telling us that they have an attraction to us by the message and come to them. I'm not going to the light. Sorry, private.
Bite me.
So.
Just bite me, LinkedIn. Bite me. Okay.
Yeah, go to the light. So.
No, get away from the light. It's a trap.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's see here what we got. I'm scared. And Lore was a book written by Alexandra Bracken in 2021.
Well,
it was a twist on Greek mythology. No, we got it right. Dream, Once Upon a Dream, was a book written by Liz Braswell in 2017, a twisted tale of what happens when sleeping beauties after what happened to Sleeping Beauty after Maleficent's apple put both her and her prince to sleep. It took place in a dream. Okay. Unfortunate Souls, we put as a movie, but it's a book.
Oh, well, shit.
So, yeah, Poor Unfortunate Souls 2016. Published by Disney, though. So, Kingdom Keepers After Dark, we put as a book. That was correct. First published by Disney in 2005, a series of books written about the parks. Jack Skellington, here we go. We put that as a movie. Nope, as a character.
Oh, yeah, I guess it. Well, okay.
He was the Pumpkin King of Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Monica.
Hey, Monica, welcome. Mr. Smee, we put as a character, and he was found on Disney's Peter Pan, 1953.
Yeah.
Lewis, we put as a character, and we were correct. From The Incredible Journey in 1961, the yellow Labrador retriever. So, okay. Let's see. Baloo, we put as a character, and that was Jungle Book, 1967. Yeah. Johnny Tremaine, we put as a character, but nope, we were wrong. That's a 1943 movie made by Disney.
No wonder why we didn't even know.
No, it's about when the silversmith apprentice met Paul Revere. So, okay. Song of the South, that we put as a movie, and we were correct. Based on the stories of Uncle Remus from 1881, and it's illegal to own that now, believe that or not. And Old Yeller, yeah, it is. Old Yeller is, well, we put it as a book, but the correct answer was movie.
I told you it was a movie too.
Well, it was first published as a children's novel in 1956, and he wrote the screenplay based on his movie. And from the screenplay, well, they made based on his book, they made a movie. So there you go.
Well, then, so that should have been under book then. If
it was also a comic book. I did not know it was
for crying out loud.
Hey,
we can't win for losing.
Every penny they can out of it. The Living Desert, we put as a movie. That was correct. 1953, documentary about the lives of animals that live in the Southwest desert. So we did that correctly. So we got 8 out of 12. So there you go.
Chris, it was a book first, so it should have been listed under the book. But what the hell? What do we know?
Well, wait till we get to the next one. You'll probably bitch about it too. So let's see what happened on today's trivia. Today's trivia, February 5th. What has no beginning, middle, or end?
Taxes. Oh.
And it's that time of year. Yes.
What has no beginning, middle, or end?
No, I need Chris to bail me out on this one. So.
Oh, shit.
No beginning. So it's got no beginning.
We know the answer is something stupid because that's all this guy comes up with.
Well, would it be something circular? Because that's
a circle.
Maybe. I don't know. Chris, anyone got a guess here before we go on? What has no beginning, no middle, or end? Of course, technically, I guess if you put pen to paper to draw a circle, that would be the start. So, I mean, technically. So, Chris says it has to be a dumb answer. All right, who's ready for the answer? You ready for it?
Yeah.
All right. It's a donut.
Oh my God. not. So it is a circle.
I guess we were kind of right. I guess. Okay.
Donut. Oh, now I'm hungry and I want a donut. Jesus. Thanks, dude.
Yeah. All right. Quote of the day. Rather than learn another language, people should learn to shut up in the language they already know.
That's what
Well,
I'm saying. That's what I'm
I
saying.
agree. I agree. So this day, February 5th, 2007, and Chris says donut is a circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And thanks, Chris. I was the one that came up with the circle idea, but we'll give it to Brenda, so it's okay. This day, February 5th, 2007, NASA astronaut Lisa Noack is arrested for attempted kidnapping after driving from Houston to Orlando and confronting another female astronaut who was dating her ex-boyfriend. Her travel supplies included adult diapers, a black wig, rubber tubing, gloves, a BB pistol, and plastic bags. Noack flew aboard the space in the Space Shuttle Discovery 2006, where she was responsible for operating the robotic arm at the International Space Station. So yeah, maybe she got space madness. So
I don't know, but
she was an astronaut. So
an astronaut.
Chris says, I'm calling bullshit. I finished many donuts in my life. If they didn't end, I would still be eating all of them. That's a good point, Chris. That's a good point. I kind of like that.
You know, we have a place out here that makes these donuts that are as big as your face.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. I've been reading a book, and there's what is it called? It's a pastry like a donut in French cuisine that they eat in the morning with powdered sugar on top of it. And when I go to Mom's, I'm gonna be like, all right, you got to figure out how to make this. So, and I will be up there Saturday. So Saturday, and I think I'm scheduled to stay, but I think
I was going to ask you a question, and I had forgotten because you weren't feeling well. But when I did my show Saturday night, it didn't record, and it shut off an hour and 37 minutes. It shut off YouTube. And when I went to go and save it into my computer, it said that it couldn't find the recording. I messaged them, but I haven't heard back.
Good luck. You get an automated person from somebody in India. So yeah.
Well, I have a show tomorrow night, and the same thing better not happen, or I'm gonna switch and get away from them and go to something else.
Well, what you could always do is record it and premiere it. I've done that. In fact, the next show I'm already plotting in my head was last night's guest and the astronaut from 2 shows ago. Have those two on the same show. And
I don't like to do that because we like the audience.
Well, I do too, but I know when you start talking about aliens, shit goes weird. I was really surprised it didn't last night. Now, I will tell you, 2 weeks ago during the Verizon hacking, where Verizon was down in the world, one of my guests was using Verizon hotspot from where she was at. She was an instructor at an academy, and it went out live. It wasn't great quality, but it didn't save on Streamlabs.
Yeah.
And I messaged him, and they said that's because the data had viruses and bad shit in it, so they didn't save it on their cloud. I was like, that's interesting. So,
Chris, I would never kick you out of my show. Come on now. Between you, Jason, and Woo, I was having a blast.
I saw a few minutes of it, and then I don't remember what I was doing, but I saw a few minutes of it. I was about to type. I was in there, and I think Squirt distracted me or something. But yeah, I saw a few minutes of it. Today in 1974, the first close-up pictures of Venus returned by NASA's Mariner 10 would also become the spacecraft to use gravity if one planet, Venus, to reach another. We learned last night that Venus has oxygen on it, and there are Venetians.
I'm going. That's it.
He actually talked about how they are a light creatures, and I mean, this guy was. I got to buy his book, so I'll probably do that. I just finished the last two. I'm on a reading kick now, so. The TV's biggest flop. This day in 1969, the TV show Turn On with Tim Conway aired on ABC. It was so offensive that some stations pulled it off the air midway through the first episodes, and other stations in later time zones refused to air it at all. It was canceled before the next week's episode could be aired. It was a fast-paced sketch comedy show whose jokes and skits focused primarily on sex and politics. That's what the hell I base this whole show on.
I'm going to go look for that thing.
It was created by Ed Friendly and George Schlatter, the producers of Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, and was guest hosted by Tim Conway. Station WEWS pulled the show after 15 minutes and sent a letter to CBS stating, "If your naughty little boys have to write dirty words on the walls, please don't use our walls. Turn On is turned off as far as WEWS is concerned." Tim Conway was also a part of some of the most successful shows, such as McHale's Navy and the Carol Burnett Show. Yeah, he had some rough comedy skits.
That must have been their cancel culture back then.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Turn On. It was hosted by Tim Conway. Oh, can you find it on YouTube? A fast-paced new comedy series based with Tim Conway. All right. I'm actually, there's so many things I have to Google now. Huh? That's one of them. So. A nuclear bomb on this day in 1958 is lost.
All right.
A nuclear bomb is lost by the U.S. Air Force when a B-47 carrying the bomb collides midair with an F-86. The MK-15 nuclear bomb was jettisoned near the coast of Savannah. Despite a massive search, the bomb was never found. The B-47 bomber was on a simulated combat mission from Homestead Air Force Base in Florida when it collided with the F-86. The F-86 pilot safely ejected, but the 747 remained airborne. The crew ejected the bomb to reduce weight and prevent the bomb from exploding during an emergency landing. The B-47 then landed safely at Hunter Air Force Base. At the time, the Air Force claimed that although the bomb contained 480 pounds of high explosives and enriched uranium, it was lacking the nuclear capsule needed to initiate the nuclear reaction. But congressional testimony by then Assistant Secretary of Defense W.J. Howard in 1966 said the bomb was a, quote, complete weapon with a nuclear capsule. So, if you live in Savannah, guess what? You're going to blow up now. So
we just make it habits of losing bombs.
Well, it's not the first one. So,
well, yeah. So he didn't realize that he lost it until he landed.
Well, no, he jettisoned it so that he could land without it exploding on the Air Force Base.
Dude, he should have just sacrificed himself and did it because, now he's got a loose bomb running around somewhere.
Yeah,
a whale's going to eat it or some shit.
It's off the coast of Savannah. So, yeah, there you go. Chris, how can you never find a nuclear bomb? Wait. It's our government. I knew the answer. Yep.
Yeah.
They were set out on a search to find it, and, well, they never did. That's our
dumbasses.
Yeah. That's all right. Remain calm. We've got this.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you
It
go.
flipped.
So if you're scuba diving off of the coast of Savannah and you see something shiny, do not hit it with a hammer. Just
touch
advice
it.
from a friend.
Don't
I'm not
touch
a
it.
scientist, but
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
how do you
I don't
it's
know.
not the only one. We did it to Greenland too.
This is why we can't have nice things. They just fly around and lose them.
Yeah, we did it in Greenland too. They collided with another plane, and they ejected the bomb, and it hit the ice and went so far down in the ice they could never find it. Chris, I agree with you. Hold on, let me bring that up. Chris says, again, some guy loses a nuclear bomb, but yet it's my plastic grocery bags that are a threat to our existence. So true. So those are those little plastic coffee cups that make the one cup of coffee. Those are the two worst things for the environment. So, but yeah, we can lose a nuclear bomb. It's all good.
Yeah.
Trust us. We're with the government. So there you go.
They do it. It's okay. If we run around and lose a nuclear bomb, we're horrible people. What the hell?
That's why I don't want one. I'll lose the damn thing. This day in 1869, the world's largest gold nugget, the Welcome Stranger. It weighed more than 2,520 troy ounces, 78 kilograms for our friends down under, or for us here in America, 210 pounds. And it was found in Victoria, Australia. It was only 1.5 inches below the surface. Wow. Wonder what that would net today. You'd be a billionaire probably. You could own your own Space Force. So
shit. I would be. I'd be making sure they didn't lose any damn bombs. That's for sure. Damn.
Well, then we talked about Project Looking Glass too, briefly, but we didn't get into that one too much. I ran out of time with him. Good Lord, he had so much.
I know about that. If you ever want to know, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, I know about it. Apparently Trump uses it frequently, and the one in, I guess, the Northern Virginia area. So, wow, that's nice. That's good to know. Yeah. Noriega was indicted on robbery charges this day in 1988 by Miami grand jury. Yeah, we went in and snatched him too. So, Russian Orthodox Church this day in 1918 formally separates from Russia following Bolshevist, I probably pronounced that wrong, revolution. So 1850, the first push key adding machine is patented on this day. Okay. All right, here we go. We were just talking about this. The Gregorian calendar was adopted by Alsace, which is part of France at the time, and today's date became February 16th. On this day in 1682. Wait, so hold on. In 1682, it was February 16th, but today it's February 5th, and we're, 15 minutes behind with her son. I'm so confused. So,
you know what? Do like me. Don't think too hard about it. Just move on.
How do we? Oh God. We've lost days. Jesus Christ. Since 1860 or 1682, we've lost 10 days? Jesus.
I swear to God, right now it's only 2009.
Jesus. All right. Roger Williams arrives in the colonies this day in February 5th, 1631. And he founded Rhode Island, established the first Baptist church in the colonies. Now I don't know if I trust the days anymore. I
wouldn't.
We just keep losing time, and we just
look. You know what I trust? I trust my dog. That's it. That's it.
Have you met Ginger? She will fool you for a treat. So, the Mexican Constitution is approved this day in 1917 by soon-to-be President Venustiano Carrasco, whatever. Okay. All right. So, separated the church and state, and restoration of the land to the people. Oh, and by the way, have you heard about the Billie Eilish lawsuit?
Billie Eilish?
However you pronounce it. Yeah. Apparently she was at the Grammys and said that we shouldn't have Homeland Security or ICE officers because we're all living on stolen land. And they went and investigated, and the home she lives on is actually original some Indian tribe. And so since she said that, the Indian tribe has got a lawyer and they're suing her.
They should have kept her mouth shut.
I was like, in some ways I find this incredibly ironic and amusing. In other ways, I'm like, what the?
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
that's what she gets.
Just should have shot. There's sometimes when if it sounds good to say, that was what one of my supervisors told me. If it sounds good to say and it feels good to say, you probably shouldn't say it.
You know, there is a bite back for everything you do and everything you say.
Sure.
And some of these people do not think before they open their mouths.
No, it may cost her millions of dollars in homes. So, Chris's advice. Yeah.
I can see it now. Pretty soon, the Native Americans are going to be sitting up in her nice big old house with their arms back and their feet crossed, watching a big screen TV.
Yeah,
Just
Queen Lujatica. Yeah. So, well, you know, Mexico is claiming that Texas, Arizona, New Mexico is stolen property, so they may file suit.
I don't know what the fuck they're worried about. Half of them live here anyways. What the hell?
Remember that disclaimer, not at Sportcat on this one. So
we all share. I told you we're going to end up joining with Mexico anyways, and the country is going to be called Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex. Well, some good food down there. Denise says most of them at the Grammys are reptilian. Yeah, you're probably correct.
That's probably true.
I learned a little bit about them last night. So this day in 1922, Reader's Digest published its first issue. First issue was conceived by DeWitt Wallace, contained 31 articles every month concerning the news of the day, condensed into an easily readable form. So today it's printed around the globe and reaches 40 million people. I
remember that.
With Reader's Digest?
Yeah, my grandma used to have those delivered to the house all the time, like newspapers.
Yeah, I think my grandmother did, and then they used to put out. They were like they weren't like novels, but they would put like several small books. I guess it would be called cozies by today's standards, into one book, and
little articles all in one book.
I wish, no, these were actually little novels. I wish I could remember some of them because I read quite a few of them growing up. And
I wonder if you could find any of those really anymore.
Cool. I don't know. There were a couple of them that were really cool. But you know, I was just at that point in time learning about the world and things. So some of the novels or novellas, I guess, cozies in there were.
According to you, at that time when Reader's Digest came out, you were barely learning to read because you were so much younger than me.
Exactly. Yeah, and I just finished grade school, and you were already third year of college.
Yeah, so. Okay. I've already decided that I'm going to get your name tattooed on my ass so I can call your bullshit.
Yeah, well, you won't be the only one. So, 1934 on this day, Hank Aaron is born. The baseball player that broke Babe Ruth's record. There's about to be a big controversy surrounding him here in Atlanta. So Hank Aaron is born in Mobile, Alabama, considered one of the greatest baseball players in history. I agree. More home runs, 74. He broke the Babe Ruth records of 714. Eventually, by 755 home runs, that's been surpassed only by Barry Bonds. So there's about to be a huge controversy about that here because the old Fulton County Stadium, you know, they tore it down and they built the Braves Stadium right beside it. That's the one that I used to go to, but you could actually go to and run the bases for where the original stadium was. And there was, I don't call them monuments, but there was memorials there. And they actually had the outline of the baseball field. And, well, now it's been bought by a mega corporation, and they're going to build something huge on it. And there's going to be some public outcry about this. You're just going to push over a place where there was a baseball great. So, Turner Field. Yeah, Turner Field. So yeah, the old Fulton County Stadium, Turner Field replaced it, and now it's SunTrust Field out in
There
Cobb.
there won't be that much of a pushback because right now everybody's pushing back on other shit.
I don't know. Atlanta's pretty big on baseball stuff with the Braves, so there, at least locally, there might be. So, and I'm one of them. I've already bitched about it. Of course, I think the Braves need to change their name. It's racist. So, but
what?
Don't get me going. This day in 1945, WW2 troops under Douglas MacArthur, General, enter Manila in the Philippines after a months-long battle, ending 3 years of Japanese military occupation. 1936, silent film Modern Times, directed and written by Charlie Chaplin, was released. Yeah, Brenda was at the premiere.
Charlie Chaplin.
1887, Gillespie Verdi was the opera Italo performer in Italy and had been for 15. I don't know why I'm even talking about that. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So there you go.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about either. You lost me.
Well, I mean, our president enjoys opera. I don't enjoy opera. Do you?
Opera? My plants like it.
Okay. Oh, okay. Today on history, in 2020, the Senate voted to acquit President Trump, bringing to a close the third presidential trial in American history. The majority of senators expressed unease with Trump's pressure campaign on Ukraine that resulted in the 2 articles of impeachment. Just one Republican, Mitch Romney of Utah, broke with the GOP and voted to convict. Nice guy. 1917, Congress passed the Immigration Bill Act of 1917 over Woodrow Wilson's veto, an act that severely curtailed Asian immigration and mandated immigrant literacy testing. Are we still doing that? Why are we not doing that? So, 1918, more than 200 people were killed during World War I when the Cunard liner SS Tucson, which transported 2,200 American troops from Europe, was torpedoed by a German U-boat. Wow, okay. 1971, I'm dyslexic today. 1971, Apollo 14 astronaut Alan Shepard and Edgar Mitchell stepped on the moon in the first of 2 lunar excursions.
No, they didn't. Okay,
1973, services were held in Arlington for United States Army Colonel William B. Nold, the last official American combat casualty before the Vietnam ceasefire. 1993, Clinton, president, signed the Family Medical and Leave Act, granting workers up to 12 weeks for family emergencies. That's a good thing. So, white separatists in 1994, Byron DeLon Beckworth was convicted in Jackson, Mississippi for murdering civil rights leader Medgar Evers in 1963. He was sentenced to life. Man, it happened in 63 and in 1994 was the conviction? Wow.
I don't know, but I think Clinton put that into his little rules so that he could take a vacation with Monica and say
there you go. Well, hey, it works. So
you
can get 12 weeks off, yeah. But no, the FMLA thing's been a good thing for a lot of families. So yeah, that was a good thing. I think they ought to. You should have, I don't know, quarterly, twice a year. I don't know. I think you should have 24 hours of emergency leave. In other words, you're not calling in sick. You're not taking a vacation, but you woke up and there's power lines down across your driveway and you can't get out. Well, that's an emergency. You can't go to work, but you're not sick. And under rules right now, you have to call in sick. I think we should have some type of emergency leave. So
what happens if there's a tornado and everything is knocked out and you can't even call in?
It's a good point. So, but no, I'm being serious. I think there should be some type of federal 24 hours federal emergency. And you don't have to use all 24 hours at once or whatever, but I say 24 hours because I worked a 24-hour shift, but I think, 3/8 is 24 if you do it quarterly, I don't know. It's just a thought. Hey, see, I've got two great ideas. Maybe I should start my own
Run
presidency.
for governor. Oh.
I want. Well, no, hell with that. I want to be president. I want all the power. See, there we go. I would have the family dental make teeth great again campaign. The dental act. Now I would give make emergencies safe for families again act. There you go. I'm starting my campaign today for 2028. So I'll have to run as a Democrat, though, to get elected. In 2017, Tom Brady led the greatest comeback on this day in NFL history, highlighted by a Julian Edelman catch that helped lift the Patriots to a 25-point deficit against the Falcons. So, yeah, it was the first Super Bowl to end in overtime. Yeah.
I don't care.
Denise says, send a message via pigeon. It'll get there sometime. Yep, exactly. Today is National Chocolate Fondue Day, Brenda.
Ooh.
After just seeing the dentist I passed. It's National Shower with a Friend Day. Ooh, I gotta
hell.
It's National Signing Day, National Weather Person Day, World Nutella Day. Do you like Nutella?
No.
I mean, I can eat it, but I'm not a fan.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's made of some weird shit. I won't eat it.
Like nuts or something. I don't know what it's made of, but I just don't like it. I mean, I'll eat it if it's on something, but it's not.
I like honey roasted peanut butter.
Oh, that's good too.
I don't like Nutella.
Adley Stevenson Day, Disaster Day. See, there we go. My idea comes on Disaster Day. Feast of St. Agatha Day, International Clash Day, Kashmir Day. Okay. It's Leo's Day. If you know a Leo, I do know a Leo. Liberation Day in San Marino. Move Hollywood and Broadway to Lebanon, Pennsylvania Day. What?
Oh, God.
It's National Fart Day. Watch out for Jack. It's National Pork Rind Day.
Hey.
National Primrose. Now we said Weatherman's Day. And Optimist Day, Unity Day, Western Monarch Day, World Animal Reiki. That's where you do the use the hands to heal day. So it's go do your Reiki on your animals today. It's the stars have lined up.
And you said it was Optimus Prime Day?
What? No, I didn't. Where the hell did you get that?
You said Optimus.
Optimus Day. Doesn't have anything to do with Optimus Prime. No, it's Optimus Day. Like you're Optimus. Like me talking. Hold on, I'll pull it up here so you understand.
Look.
Celebrated on the first Thursday of February. Takes place February 5th this year. Talks on building and sustaining a positive future. So there you go. It's Optimus Day. We're trying to make the world a better place. So it's rebuild relationships and shit. So Denise doesn't like Nutella, and Chris says, of course, National Fart Day is on Pork Rind Day. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, why not?
Let's see. What did I not hit? I don't understand moving Hollywood to in Broadway to Lebanon, Pennsylvania Day is, but whatever.
No.
Shower with a Friend Day. I got to make some calls on my off.
I need to call Bestie. I've had to do that once before when I had surgery and couldn't get my leg lifted up over the shower. He said, I'll help you. And I said, okay. So I get undressed. He's my best friend. I get undressed and I put my leg over, try to get it over there. He had to help me. I turn around. He has no clothes on. And I said, what are you doing? He said, well, I'm not going to get my clothes wet getting in there and helping you shower. I got to make sure you don't fall down. I'm like, oh, boy.
Well.
Oh, boy.
So did his aiding you end in a happy ending, Brenda?
No. Him and I were just best of friends. We could sleep in a bed together. Nothing would ever happen.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I don't know that I've ever showered with anyone aside for the missus. I mean, maybe he's a kid, but
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, so I got to try this. I got to find a friend and take a shower.
I am that very rare form. It was a very rare form friendship because people always say, "Well, a man and a woman can be friends and nothing ever happened."
Sure.
But a lot of people don't believe it. But I know for a fact. I mean, there was one time that I was staying over there, and I got cold, so I scooted over as close as I could to get to him to steal his body heat.
All right. Chris says that story didn't go the way I thought it was going. Yes, Chris, it would have been for me if it had been the other way. Ruinberg Day. What the hell is Ruinberg? It's a cherished celebration in Finland honoring, well, we should know about these things since we're taking over. Honoring the memory of Johann Ludwig Runeberg, the beloved poet. All right. Well,
we're taking Finland too. What?
Well, doesn't Finland own Denmark, who owns Greenland, or I don't know. So it's Women's Heart Week. Shape up with pickles time.
Okay.
Well, I've been told it forms to any shape, so we'll just leave it at that.
Pickles.
Oh, yeah, we're just gonna move on. Let's see. What else did we hit here? We've talked about most of these things. So, well, we didn't really do birthdays, but we talked about Hank. That was his birthday. It's the one that's important. Let's see. Today's fact: United artist co-founder Charlie Chaplin directed and produced and scored and starred in City Lights, his movie. Yep. So featuring his famous little tramp. Let's see. Panic is the sudden realization that everything around you is alive. Well, yeah.
Well,
today's number is 25, the largest point deficit ever overcome in a Super Bowl. There you go.
And my age. Oh.
The next full moon is February 9th. I'm sorry. I said, no, I'm sorry. No, it's March 5th. What am I saying now? All right, move on here. Let's get into, are you ready for some news?
Oh, God.
Ready to be angry? So
yeah, why not?
All right. Well, the first headline is live updates. Democrats demand dramatic changes for ICE. All right. Let's see. They are threatening to block funding for the Homeland Security Department when it expires in 2 weeks. Actually, I think they're down like 8 days. There are dramatic changes and real accountability for the U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement and other law enforcement agencies who are carrying out President Trump's campaign of federal immigration enforcement in Minnesota and across the country.
Here's a thought.
What?
I said, here's a thought. Have your governor tell everybody to go home and leave them alone.
To leave the foreigners alone, or to
no, the ICE agents alone. Tell the rest of them
to
get off the damn street and go home. That's where it starts. They're the reason why they're doing what they're doing. They're telling them to go out there.
If you notice, it's only happening in certain cities. It's only
here's the problem.
Pay attention to
that. They're all over. They're in every state.
Yes.
And miraculously, Minnesota happens to be the one that
Minnesota,
things are happening.
Portland,
I wonder why.
Seattle, New York, think about it. So let's see.
Bite me.
Trump wants a modernized nuclear pact with the U.S.-Russia treaty expiring. We can talk about it in a minute. Trump endorses Orban for election in Hungary. Why do we care?
I don't know.
Japanese Prime Minister is visiting the White House March 19th. Let's see. Trump says he retains the right to militarily secure based on island property being leased by the UK. All right. Well, that came out at 1:32. We got to read this one. Exactly. Trump voiced his displeasure in a call with British Prime Minister Starmer over plans to leased back the island of Diego Garcia for at least 99 years after last year giving the Mauritius sovereignty over the Shango Islands. The U.S. president has been publicly critical of the lease of America's America's military has a base on the island Diego Garcia. Trump said on social media that his government would be prepared to use military force if the lease unravels in any way. Remember, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. British was going to give the islands down there their own sovereignty. And this was right when Trump was demanding Greenland. And the island said, no, we want Trumpland. Well, now apparently Trump's like, yeah, we'll take that island too. That shit's ours.
Oh my God, this is mine.
Yeah, this is my toy. Democratic governors criticized Trump's call to nationalize elections. Is it really a nationalization of elections if you want them all to be done the same way? I mean, I guess what I'm saying is that you want the people in them to be Americans. They show a photo ID, and all elections are counted the same way from Alabama to whatever the last Wyoming.
One day.
Yeah, in one day. Yeah, is that really nationalizing? I mean, is that the technical term for it? So
look. Okay. Florida, when you vote that day, and within a couple of hours they've got the results. Done and over.
Yeah.
Counted. Yeah. What is the problem with everybody else? Are they hiring people that don't know how to count? I mean, is that the problem?
Chris did say the Leering Center, so could be.
I mean, we could probably get 2-year-olds in there to go 1, 2, 3. I mean, come on.
Yeah, maybe is that nationalizing? I don't know. Anyhow, that's what he wants. It seems kind of basic to me, but maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. I mean, Vice President J.D. Vance has watched the United States women hockey play against the Czech Republic at the Winter Olympics. I thought they didn't kick off till this weekend. Vance and his family, accompanied by Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, entered the Milano Rio ice hockey arena during the first period of the preliminary round game. Him and others into the game with the U.S. winning 5-1. They're going to get the flu now. Mark my words.
Going on. Those two have been like
Rubio and Vance
lately. Yeah, something's up.
They're going to fire Trump. And,
there is something about Vance, but there is something about Vance I don't trust at all.
He was a lawyer. There's your answer. He was a lawyer. Then he was a journalist. So.
He must have lawyer smut all over him or something. I don't know, but
the GOP leadership blocks Democrats' attempt to sue over botched release of Epstein. Jesus Christ. Could we get that guy out of our mind?
Can we stop with this already? Just throw everybody in jail. Fuck them.
I'm not even go there. Hillary Clinton calls for a public hearing on the Easttown investigations. So, okay. She told the committee chair that she wanted transparency. There's nothing more transparent than a public hearing with cameras on. Okay. Let's see.
Anything for airtime, Hillary. Anything for airtime.
Yeah. Well, 2028. So, let's see. I don't care about that. Well, the Savannah Guthrie thing, I haven't really followed. I mean, I followed it, but I haven't really cared.
I don't even know what it is. What is it?
Apparently, her mother was kidnapped in the middle of the night. And
that one. Okay.
Demand. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Trump says that the Taiwan-U.S. ties are rock solid after speaking to, was it President Ling Ching-ti, however you say it. So president says he doesn't sleep during long plane flights, but not just for the reasons you think. Recalling a past trip to Iraq during his first term, he mused that he doesn't like to sleep during long flights. I don't sleep on planes. I don't like sleeping on planes, he told the audience at the National Prayer Breakfast. The president added, I was looking out the window watching for missiles and enemies, actually. Trump frequently spends long hours talking to advisors, posting things on social media, and frequently heading to the press cabin to answer questions. Yeah, I've read a lot of reports come out that if you travel with the president and his entourage on a plane, be prepared to be up for like 36 hours. So, he's pretty good.
Good luck.
Trump calls GOP lawmaker a moron at the National Prayer Breakfast. Yeah. He was talking about Republican Representative Thomas Massey of Kentucky, who votes against the party. So he also called out Mike Johnson because apparently Mike Johnson doesn't pray before he eats. So Trump says now he should make it to heaven. Did he buy his way there? He said his past suggestions were just in jest. It was a joke. I'm just joking with you, Satan. Not today. So he blamed the media for writing his exact past words for the afterlife suggestions. So,
well, of course they're going to print it if he says it. Duh.
Talked about the nuclear pact ending today. Or actually, I think it's tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about the hockey game, and we'll talk a little bit about the Olympics. I'm so tired of the Eaststein and the damn Ukraine stuff. Let's move on. So, what in the hell have I got here? RLP must have hit a button. I don't know what the hell that is. So, let's see. U.S. government shutdown ended, which was on Tuesday. Let's see. Hold on. Let me catch up in states here. Chris says it takes time in other states to tape all those pizza boxes over the windows to keep elected officials from doing their job. It's just overhead cost. Let's see. He says they are right on the Mexican border, and yet they will not mention nor discuss the possibility that a Mexican citizen or undocumented person may be involved in the kidnapping. Okay. Can't have public opinion on ICE change. Yeah, exactly. So, Tuesday, the shutdown ended. The government is funded through September with the exception of DHS. They separated it. So, the shutdown concluded after Trump signed the funding legislation late Tuesday. And the reason it was late Tuesday is because the congressmen were out on recess until Tuesday afternoon. So, the House approved the bill 217-214 the day before. The Senate had passed it last week. His package is a great victory for American people. It continues to fund the deportation flights, which is a key for contentious Democrats. So, what does it actually cover? Well, it's a full year funding the federal government through the end of September, with one notable exception, the Department of Homeland Security, which is only getting 2 weeks as Democrats push for changes following the fatal shooting of 2 Americans by federal agents in Minneapolis. So there's a narrow window for negotiations over immigrations and customs enforcement. Hey, and I've said this before, they are the legislators. Why don't they just write a law that works and pass it? You know what I mean? That's kind of like in their job description.
That's asking too much, Glenn. Come on.
We can fix DHS, but you know what? Before we do that, let's fix this immigration problem. I don't understand. Why is it going to be so damn difficult? Just, it's like I said, it's part of your job description. Do your job. So, yeah.
Right.
Well, the House vote highlighted tight margins for Republicans because it was 217-215 without Democrat support. So, and apparently a Tennessee representative, John Rose, voted against it alongside with Thomas Massey of Kentucky. Later, Rose switched to yes, allowing the legislation to advance, as per reported by NBC. Why did he just want his moment? And what the hell? So, Democrat leaders were split, with Representative Rose DeLauro of Connecticut, the party's lead funding negotiator in the House, supported the measure and urged colleagues to do the same. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries of New York and Minority Whip Catherine Clark of Massachusetts voted against it. Democrats had also delayed the vote by a day after signaling they would not help fast track the bill. So, let's
But
see.
Jeffries doesn't surprise me at all.
Well, he got $22 million in it for his constituents. So,
oh, good God.
DHS negotiations have yet to get underway, according to Thune. Are you a fan of Thune? I'm finding I'm not.
I don't know.
Well, okay. With 8 days to avert a DHS Homeland Security shutdown, negotiations have yet to begin, Senator Majority Leader John Thune said on Thursday. South Dakota Republicans said Senator Katie Britt, a Republican from Alabama, is leading the talk for Republicans and has reached out to Democrats for sit down, but has gotten crickets. So Britt publicly slammed a Democratic offer to release Wednesday night as a ridiculous Christmas list of demands for the press, while Thune also poo-pooed the proposal from Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. There are a few things that are probably some room to negotiate, Thune said, about the 10-item list, but a lot of stuff that obvious just wasn't serious. We're going to read it all here in a minute. Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut, who is the top Democrat on the appropriations subpanel overseeing DHS, said that Britt chairs Thursday. I don't think that's accurate. When asked about claims that Democrats were not willing to sit down, he was spotted talking Thursday to Senator Brian Schultz, also a Democrat, and a frequent leadership go-between. Thune is waiting to see if the talks shake loose by Thursday afternoon, when senators will leave Washington for a week. So they really don't have but a few hours, so, because it ends in 8 days and they're going to be gone for 7. What the hell? They just got back. Republicans haven't decided on how long a stopgap should be. Thune has floated a 2 or 3 week patch if negotiations are ongoing, but is warning Congress could shift to long-term continuing resolution, keeping current funding levels in place through September if talks don't progress. In other words, he's threatening them. He said Thursday that the length of the stopgap would depend on what Democrats would accept, since their votes will be needed to advance another patch through the Senate. Many House and Senate Democrats have vowed not to support another CR, which was a clean resolution, through the crucial swath of senators. Just don't understand. DHS standoff, this was 24 minutes ago, threatens bipartisan delegation. So Republicans on Thursday are weighing whether or not to bow out of a major international gathering next week, where they were keep them in Washington. Why are you going to Munich for a security deal? We need to be in Washington doing a homeland deal. So
do they get paid even when they're off for a week?
Yes, of course they do. So apparently they were going to Munich to talk about a security deal there. Shouldn't you be here in Washington doing your job rather than going all over the place? Take care of, what is it? Oh, that's right. Take care of America first. Jesus Christ, these people are idiots. So, all right, let's move on to the next one to piss me off. It's probably the same. Chris says it's embarrassing that someone at Politico actually used a poo-pooed in a serious National Fart Day, Chris. We'll give him that one. So Republicans are rejecting the Democrats' immigration enforcement demands, and they're preparing to issue a stopgap. Let's see here. Somewhere down here in all of this stuff, I had an actual copy of the demands. It was well, maybe I don't. All right. One thing, the GOP is going to force a vote on citizenship checks for photo ID. Oh, this is going to be a problem. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise said the floor vote would force Democrats to declare where they stand on 2 election integrity items widely supported by Americans. Yeah, this isn't just a Democrat-Republican thing. They've polled this, and an overwhelming number of America agrees it's time to have voter ID. So now, one of the things that they got a little carried away with writing the bill, one of the things that was in there was basically they wouldn't even accept a passport or driver's license. It would have to be a voter ID. And I know why they're doing that, because you can get a driver's license and be here illegally. So I understand that. Passport, the passport declares your citizenship. So I don't see that why that would be unacceptable, but I don't think on the same hand it would be fair to make every American go get a passport due to expense and time. So not to mention the paperwork. So yeah, I don't know about that one. So what do you think, Brenda?
Well, I mean, it would probably make elections a little bit better. Right now, you just got every hoot and handy from all over the place voting.
So, I mean, but if they're not going to accept driver's licenses, which I understand because driver's licenses can be issued to immigrants, or maybe. So, are we headed to a? Well, we already have what they call the real ID. You know, the gold star.
Yeah.
Are we headed to a different type of ID that says whatever your nationality is? Identify as an American? Is that what we're headed to?
I think so. I think it's just American citizenship.
That's nationalism. I don't know. I agree it should be, but how to get there is the question. 95% of the Republicans and 71 Democrats are for IDs. So, but somehow the person representing those 2 majorities cannot get it done. Agreed. Yeah, I remember many years ago, they used to talk about the elderly. Well, they can't get an ID. Well, didn't they drive during their younger years? I mean, I don't know. We need something because we want to keep our elections fair and safe. But well, so we'll leave it up to the bozos who have 8 days and they're planning to go to Munich for 7 of them to figure the fuck out. So Senator Mitch McConnell is hospitalized after flu-like symptoms. This says the prognosis is positive. They've pumped him full of all kinds of chemicals. Mitch McDonald was hospitalized Monday night, which was the 2nd, after experiencing flu-like symptoms over the weekend. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on. Let's backtrack on this. I'm a paramedic. I'm not going to take you to the hospital for flu-like symptoms, especially during this time where the flu is running crazy. So
look, he's as old as the dirt.
Bullshit.
He's as old as the dirt on Jesus' sandals. Come on.
They said it was out of an abundance of caution. No, it's not. There's some other bullshit going on. I call bullshit. As a paramedic, you don't get hospitalized for the flu. You get hospitalized for being goddamn Moses. Yeah. So, God. February 1st, Sunday, he developed symptoms over the weekend, which are described as flu-like. On the 2nd, he entered the hospital, characterized as precautionary. On the 3rd, a statement circulated saying that the prognosis was positive. The 4th through the 5th, well, they've not released any other details. So McConnell was born on February 20th, 1942, making him 83 years old.
Oh.
Turns 84 later this month. His health has been a reoccurring public topic in recent years, driven by a combination of visible incidents and demands of his role. Each new episode tends to prompt questions about his immediate well-being. So let's get him home where he can visit with his family and stuff and unelect him. Jesus, he's still, oh God. Cedar Lake says he's a vampire. He needed a blood transfusion. Don't get hospitalized for the flu. So
he's been in office since he was like, what, 20?
Yeah, I mean, and he has more money than God. But at 84, what the hell are you going to do with it? Half the shit you got don't work anymore. So,
And there's another one right there. That one.
ah,
That is an evil minion right there.
oh yeah. So, well, what you're looking at is Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. So, and Hakeem Jeffries. So, and here we go. That's right. Democrats just gave away the real reason they're fighting immigration enforcement. Here we go. Let's look at this. This is their official letter that they put out to the public. Be prepared to be upset.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, I'm going to make this bigger because it's too tiny. Too tiny. Here we go. Oh, stop. Bigger. Make bigger.
Let's make bigger.
There we go.
Okay.
Dear Speaker Johnson, we write with respect. Okay, let's forget this. Number one, targeted enforcement. They cannot enter private property without a judicial warrant. End indiscriminate arrests and improve warrant procedures. Require verification that a person is not a U.S. citizen before holding them in immigration detention. Okay, I could kind of go with that. No masks. Prohibit ICE and immigration agents from wearing face coverings. Okay.
Wrong.
Bullshit. Require DHS officers conducting immigration enforcement to display their agency a unique ID number in last name. No. And then verbalize their ID number in last name if asked.
No.
No. Protect sensitive locations. Prohibit them from conducting enforcement near sensitive locations. Pay attention here. Medical facilities, schools, child care facility, churches, polling places.
What?
Courts, polling places. You heard me. Stop racial profiling. Prohibit DHS from conducting stops, questioning searches based on an individual's presence at a certain location, their job, spoken language, accent, or their racial ethnicity. Uphold use of force standards. That's reasonable law enforcement force policy. Expand training and require certification. In case of an incident, the officer must be removed from the field until an investigation is conducted. I can give him that one. Ensure state, local coordination and oversight. Well, hell, that one's a bite in the ass. Preserve the ability of the state and local jurisdiction to investigate and prosecute potential crimes and the use of excessive force. Require that evidence is preserved and shared with each jurisdiction. Require the consent of state and the locality to conduct large-scale operations outside of targeted immigration enforcement. Nope. Nope, they're not going to get that one. Even let's just say the Democrats, when we give into that one, they're not going to let us do number 7.
Well, okay. So they're talking about all this stuff with the agents, but what about these idiots that are going around doing things to them and damaging cars and damaging this? They just put them in jail and let them ride out.
Agreed.
What?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They're talking about keeping basically the evidence in the scene. If you remember in the last one with the guy where he was shot, they couldn't hold the scene because of the citizens and the local police wouldn't show up. So the scene was overtaken by citizens. So they couldn't secure any evidence past what they had on video. So
biggest problem, like I said, the government.
Build safeguards into the system. Make sure that all buildings where people are detained must abide by basic detention standards that require access to an attorney and prevent citizen arrests or detention. What? You can't do a citizen? They don't want a citizen? I don't know. Okay. Allow states to sue DHS for violations of all these requirements. Prohibit limitations on member visits to ICE facilities. Okay, well, God. Body camera for accountability, not tracking. Required the use of body cameras when interacting with the public and mandate that the requirements for storage and access of footage prohibit tracking, creating, or maintaining databases of individuals participating. In other words, don't use the film for anything else. You can watch whatever you don't. Yeah, you can store it, but you can't watch the people that are outside protesting. No paramilitary police. Regulate the standard of the uniform and equipment DHS officers carry during enforcement operations to bring them in line with civil enforcement. I can kind of, they can get it. They could all be in one uniform. I can give them that one. So I'll give them that one. But no, I mean, yeah. So basically, we don't want you at polling places. Why don't they want them at polling places, Brenda?
Gee, I wonder.
Yeah. So there we go. So they've given it up. We now know what they want. I don't see Democrats getting anywhere with these, but we'll see.
They're all fired. They're fired. Get out.
Polling places. They went out of their way to include polling places. Put it right there with hospitals and churches.
For the love of God.
But they've insisted for years that illegal immigrants can and do not vote, and that it's a right-wing myth. So if it's a myth, why are we keeping them that way?
I don't know. I'm over it.
Yeah,
I am so over it.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell? All right, so we'll move on because Loudoun County, Virginia. Are you familiar with that area, Brenda?
I've never been there, but
oh, yeah. January 13th, Loudoun County employees allegedly struck and killed a student with a maintenance vehicle, according to WJLA.
Oh.
The student was 20 years old. Let me repeat that. A Loudoun County employee struck and killed a student that was 20 years old.
Why?
No, you're not. Why is there a 20-year-old student on a county school? That's the bigger question.
It wasn't a college?
No. It was just a regular K through 12, 20-year-old.
What? 20-year-old?
Hours later, they held a safety meeting behind closed doors on terrorist training. Who are the terrorists, Brenda?
What?
Parents. According to sources who were inside the room but have requested anonymity, terrorism training involving dozens of actors brought in by the school board to act as Loudoun County parents. These pretend parents sat in the gallery in the school board meeting room as actual families would. In the training, one of the parents has a gun. The actors were screaming, yelling, and running around the room. Witnesses said school board members and staff were instructed to run, hide, and fight, much as the same training provided to students in the event of an active shooter. Now, these are all according to sources from the school board. The parents are being called disruptors and agitators, and the school board meeting is called for them to leave. Now, remember, some of these parents spoke up in support of the 3 boys who were being investigated by the district in a case centered around policy allowing students to use a bathroom or locker room that matches their chosen identity rather than their biological sex. And one of the names was Mr. Smith, was the actor. But police arrested a Scott Smith on June 2021 after a school board meeting when he accused the board member of covering up his daughter's sexual assault by a male in a female bathroom. He was convicted of disorderly conduct. The parents are terrorists. So they've got some things going on here. It's just not 2 + 2 ain't adding up. So
I
20-year-old student was
what?
Killed. Well, God, I can't say killed. I don't know the condition. Was run over by a maintenance worker. And then they're hiring actors to pose as parents and calling them terrorists.
I think we found the nuclear bomb.
Yeah, there you go. Well, speaking of which, Kamala Harris has launched her new campaign headquarters. Or is it really her campaign headquarters? What is it? It's a social media initiative that takes direct aim at President Trump and all Republican Party. It's a sharp shift from what she used during the 2024 campaign. And they're calling the headquarters as Progressive Group for People for the American Way. That's a long name. PFTW. PMP. Okay. So headquarters 67. What the hell? Headquarters 67. Yeah, remember we talked about that number.
Oh my God.
Oh, is she running for president or is she just need money? For the first time in decades, the U.S. and Russia have no limits on nuclear weapons. The world's two largest nuclear powers, Russia and the U.S., no longer have any limits on their arsenal as of midnight on Thursday. A 15-year-old treaty called the START expires, and with it, it caps the number of weapons the two sides could deploy: missiles, bombers, and submarines. There are no guardrails on the size of what the United States and Russia strategic nuclear arsenals can be now. So there's nobody. Dad has been fired. Dad is leaving the building at midnight. Screw it. I'm out of here. So, So there, as of midnight tonight, 15-year-old treaty is gone. So we have enough between the two nuclear arsenals we have to blow up the world like 3 times. Do we really need more? We've already proven that we've lost them. So
yeah, I mean,
deadline passes tonight at midnight with fears of WW3. So I really don't think Russia wants to nuke us. I really don't. So I think, but it's going to make, they're going to build some, we're going to build some. And then we're going to put our planes back in the air 24/7 and we're going to lose shit.
Right.
God. So yeah, the new Cold War starts tonight at midnight. So be prepared. And Russia and the U.S. have established a military hotline. That's right, the red line. The red phone is coming back as of midnight tonight. The red phone will be back in the White House, and there'll also be one red phone that President Trump carries with him. The red phone. He's got to answer this at 24/7. And I wonder what if he's prank called.
I want a red phone. Yeah, you got to watch those prank calls, man. They're coming in hot and heavy.
Yep. So so the red line comes back in tonight at midnight. So there you go. Heard it here first. ICE has arrested an African illegal that was hired by the New Orleans Police Department. You heard that correctly.
What?
Yes. Larry Turner, whatever the hell his name is, 46-year-old Cameroonian national, has been arrested by ICE. He was recruited by the New Orleans PD and was set to graduate from training within days as he was rolled up on by ICE. He entered legally in 2015 and was granted conditional residency after marrying an American citizen. However, in 2022, his permanent residency was denied due to fraud. He fraudulently lied to get his permanent residency. He was ordered to appear 3 times, but disregarded U.S. law by not showing up. That's Fed right there. So the immigration judge said he should be removed. You don't want to show up here? Get the hell out. So he did not have a valid work approval, and he had already been issued a gun and a badge.
Oh boy.
So not to mention he's a felon. He's here illegally. Gun and badge. That's a sanctuary city right there. So
you'll make a good cop.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Just don't go shoot anybody. There you go. Don't pollute that. Only give him 1 bullet. So if we remember, this is the 3rd one. There was one in Maine we talked about, and then there was one also. There was 2 in Maine. We talked about both of those before. It was a correction officers by a sheriff's agency, and then there was one that was actually working as a police officer in Maine. So this is the 3rd. This is sanctuary cities. Yeah. Here's a gun. Here's a badge. You get 1 bullet. So. Anti-ICE protesters in Indiana arrested after showing a good way to get shot at protest. A lot of people are upset over Alex Petty, however you say it, being shot and killed. There are 5 things people should probably avoid doing they want to minimize their chances of being shot while protesting.
Stay home.
None of this is overly radical, nor should it be controversial. You can bring guns to protest as long as your state law allows it, and local laws, I guess, and you can exercise your right to protest as loudly as you want. But remember, there's going to be cameras there, so
always is. Always is.
Ellensville President Ryan Hughes, 42, was arrested on Friday following a Bloomington protest against ICE and the city's use of flock surveillance cameras. He was accused of pointing a firearm and pepper spray at people. After gathering in City Hall, he marched down Kirkwood Avenue with 100 other protesters, chanting and holding signs that called for ICE to be abolished in Bloomington. And then he wanted the flock cameras gone. So he's holding and pointing a loaded firearm at the cameras that are watching them. That's probably one way to either get shot or arrested. So then he blocked the vehicle.
Wow.
He said one man pointed a shotgun at him and said, "I will F you up," causing the driver to fear for his life. So the protester standing in front of him pulled a shotgun and said, "I will F you up."
You don't ever point a gun at somebody unless
He's
you're
wearing dark
going to
clothing,
shoot.
a black mask, carrying a red and white megaphone, and a shotgun with a pistol grip.
Wow.
To his chest. Yeah, it's probably another way to get shot. So if you point a gun at me while I'm driving and yell, "F you, I'll kill you," I'm not inclined to the threat. So I was trained to shoot through the windshield or the door. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're going around pointing guns at cameras and drivers. Yeah, it's probably a good way to get your ass shot. Illegals driving a semi killed again. This time it was, where was this one? That's it. The same with the illegal immigrant criminal status compared by Tennessee. Yeah, we read about that. 21,000 violent crimes by illegals. Lonely stretch of Indiana road was 4 Americans dead, crushed by the impact of a semi driven by yet another illegal. So here's another story of a semi driver that he was arrested, had warrants, didn't actually have a permit to be here or have the proper licensing or any of that. But here's the interesting thing. He was from an Asian country. Think about that. Remember, didn't we just have a big hazmat scare where there was things taken out of Vegas? So I don't know where the hell Brenda went. Semi-truck driver faces another ICE detainer after a DUI crash in Washington. He crashed into the ice salt machine, the snowplow. Yeah, and he was a legal alien. So there's another one. I don't think there was any fatalities in that one, but there you go. And he was drunk. Nice. DOJ arrests an Antifa terrorist in Minnesota. Oh, here we go. Speaking of terrorists, there's Brenda. What the hell? She leaving me?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
You mentioned that, and my internet said, "Hey, screw you! I'm going home." I don't know.
Well, we'll see what happens with the DOJ arresting an Antifa terrorist. So,
All right.
one that said, "I will come for him." Well, they did. They found him. They got him. So, remember this guy? I'm trying to go down here, find his name, but yeah, he was the one that said, "Come find me, come get me, I'll F you up." Well, they found him. They got him.
It's no longer time for peaceful. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they found him, Mr. Tattoo Boy. They found him and they got him. Tom Holman is pulling 700 agents out of Minnesota. But why is that bad for Democrats? Well, because the city's going to return back to chaos.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Good luck.
Yeah, they've talked about allowing local law enforcement to assist if they pull out the 700. So if he pulls out, the state and locals got to kick in and do the work. So if Holman pulls out, then
He starts to come, and then he pulls out.
and then God Almighty. So they're reportedly not going to have any raids planned during the Super Bowl. So because it's been a big deal that the ICE was going to be there helping as part of the security and public safety. Well, they're telling everybody we're not here to do any raids or arrest people. I think that's probably bullshit, but okay. There are no planned ICE or immigration enforcement that are scheduled around the Super Bowl or any Super Bowl related events, according to Reuters. So we'll see, but they're going to be there enforcing security. And obviously, if you want to come in and you present an ID and, well, you ain't from around here, well, you're probably not going to get allowed in. You're probably going to go somewhere else.
See how they'd be able to afford the tickets.
Oh, well, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. People are letting on, but yeah, whatever. Chief Justice, this upset the media the other day. He has made moves to secure the Supreme Court process, and the leaky media is the ones hit hardest. So he's made a move in a private meeting when they're working on drafts, and he's requiring all clerks and permanent staff to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So, in other words, if you break this, you will be violating federal law and you will get brought up right in front of the Supreme Court and tried. So you'll bypass the little local court. You'll go right to the top.
There you go.
I don't disagree with it. I think that there should be anonymity in the Supreme Court until the stuff comes out. I mean, I don't see a problem with that. Oh, Karen Bass. Well, it appears that she had chiefs fudge fire reports in order to make herself look better. It's all coming out. The Democrats that run Los Angeles are finding ways to make it worse. Especially one, Karen Bass, in a monumental incompetence during the fire, has managed to become more inept. People lost their homes and businesses, and now they're mired in bureaucratic nightmare trying to rebuild. And, well, she's working on something else. She did have the time to direct people to editorially sanitize official reports about the fire in order to cover up her ineptitude, as well as make mistakes that were made by Los Angeles Fire Department. So anything involving Bass in the Palisades fire is pure fiction at the point. Isn't the scandal about watering down the report? That's a minor issue. The real scandal is about what the report left out. The fact that the entire fire was a rekindle of a fire set a week earlier, which was not fully put out. In other words, the fire was preventable, but someone screwed up badly. That person is not being held accountable because the failure might have an impact on Bass, maybe even the governor. So they're just covering it up. So basically, from a firefighter point of view, what happened was they went to a fire, they put the fire out, and then before you leave, you're supposed to basically check it again, check with a camera, check with a thermal, put some more water on it, and then you have fire checks. Yeah. And what that means is you come back every hour, 2 hours, whatever, or you may have a fire watch for a certain period of time where you leave an actual firefighter, fire department member there and you watch it. Rekindles are possible. I've fought one. Matter of fact, I almost fell through the floor of a building because of a rekindle. We went and they went to a dryer fire, said it was out. Everything was good. Didn't pull the dryer out of the house. 3 a.m., the house is fully on fire. We show up. We go through busting through the front door, and I about fell through a hole in the floor because nobody told me the fire was in the freaking basement. Yeah, and that was a rekindle because they didn't take the dryer out of the house that was on fire. So, yeah, about killed my ass. Trump says America's magnificent Independence Arch will be taller than the one in Paris. So we're going to have a Trump Tower. What the hell it is? What are they called? Trump Arch. We're going to have a Trump Arch in D.C.
Wait, what?
Trump wants a new triumphal arch, the entrance to the nation's capital from a Virginia suburb. which, if you know anything, that'll be right outside of Arlington Cemetery. And he wants the Independence Trump Arch to be taller than any other arch in the world.
Of course he does.
He's holding up his little 3D model of what he wants. So it's gonna be the greatest thing ever. 250 feet tall, 100 foot taller than the French one.
Oh God.
Bringing glamour back to the country and restore prestige and beauty. We're the only country without an arch, and now we need an Independence Arch. So be on the Virginia side of the Arlington Memorial Bridge, right outside of Arlington National Cemetery. Now, granted, it will be beautiful, but
Oh yeah. I mean,
do we
for
really
the
need
cemetery?
an arch? And because of that rekindle, I refuse to read ebooks. Yeah, well, I just don't like to read. NASA is making changes, and now the astronauts on Artemis will be allowed to take their iPhones to the moon. I don't know why this is an issue. Apparently, you can take your iPhone, your smartphone, to the moon. So they're giving them their tool, letting them take it to capture special moments for their families and share images and videos with the world. So now my question is, will it work up there? Or are they going to have a special iPhone? So,
oh boy.
Oh, well, here we go. Apparently, this isn't the first time. 2 other iPhone 4s were brought in by the astronauts, and they were found later. So basically, yeah, that's apparently before. Now they're going to use them to connect to the internet and communicate with family members. I'm okay with that. I mean, what the hell? Be able to pick up your wife and call her at 4 a.m. and bug the shit out of her. Hell yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm on the moon. What time is it there?
I'm the only soldier on the moon. Yeah. Well, we talked about Vance is at the Olympics, and it's one of the few things he says it's one of the few things that unite Americans. I agree. I thought it was Friday night this kicked off. I didn't realize it had already started. There's 8 new events that are going to be here. New sport, ski mountaineering is a new sport. Okay. Didn't know what the hell that one was. What are some of the others? Mixed relays. I don't care about that. Skeleton luge, ski jump, and moguls. So they're all going to be ski jumps or luge things. All right. I'm cool with that. One Olympic star, though, she's been banned. Olympic medalist who has, she has an OnlyFans, and her country is not going to let her participate. Adult medalist and adult web star has been suspended from competition because of, quote, whereabout failures. Pole vaulter Alicia Newman, 31, who is popular on, fans only, and she has been banned by her country from participating. So look for her to get, since she's been banned. Alicia Newman, she has an athletic figure. She has no breasticles. So what the hell? Anyhow.
I would think they would have found that out before they let her train for it.
Yeah. It seems to me that would be kind of important. So she's probably going to pick up all the money she lost by her fan only's account. So Chris, I saw pictures of her with that pole vault. It was impressive. So so we'll see. So, but apparently you can't have an OnlyFans and compete for Canada. So
Jesus.
Alicia Newman, if you want to go Google it.
Stop it.
She doesn't look like she has any breasticles. I mean, why would all right, whatever. I'm moving on. I'll Google later. We got a few minutes. Italy has foiled a Russian cyber attack on the Winter Olympics, they have said. So they've thwarted a series of attacks from foreign ministries, which they believe to be Moscow. So I don't know why the hell they're attacking the Olympics.
Picture of Miss Piggy.
I just moved on. I don't want to know.
Okay.
Some Olympic hockey games are delayed. We had OnlyFans and Miss Piggy. Nothing good could come from that conversation. So Chris is Googling it now. Love it. Chris is my man. Official hockey game has been declared delayed, which is a rare move. They've delayed the Finland ice hockey game against Canada after norovirus has broke out Tuesday night and forced Finnish players into isolation. So we're waiting to see when the game will be played because everybody's puking and shitting. So usually, I didn't realize this. Usually they just say you got to forfeit. So I'd be out there on the ice playing if I was puking and shitting if I had to forfeit. I mean, so. But yeah, no, that game's been put off because they have the stomach virus. So it's the stomach flu. It's highly contagious, causes vomiting and diarrhea and dehydration. They recover. Most people recover within a couple of days, except for Mitch McConnell. He goes to the hospital. So the Finnish and the Canadians are being isolated and treated while Mitch there is in the hospital. So low-flying choppers over San Francisco. Don't be concerned. They're just doing radiation sweeps ahead of the Super Bowl. So, helicopters buzzing over San Francisco are checking for radiation.
They can't find a nuclear bomb that was lost, but they can look for radiation.
Yeah.
What?
Apparently, ICE is upset the people by having pro-ICE billboards. A picture, it says Defensive Player of the Year ICE with an agent holding a trophy.
Oh my God.
Upset stuff. I gotta say, my tax-paying dollars win for that. I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but I mean, it did upset Gavin Newsom. The Defensive Player of the Year was ICE. So
no, we don't care about Gavin. He's not our friend.
Yeah, that upset people. So I don't know that my tax-paying dollars had to go for that, even though it was quite funny. So yeah, there you go. Trump aides says that he's not going to the Super Bowl. So remember we talked about this, that he probably would, but now they're saying that fans will probably not welcome him. So the president's ditching it. So it is in California, but they also say it's just too far away. Does the red line not go that far? So apparently he feels like that they would feckle him. They would feckle him. They would heckle him, and it would disrupt the game. So
since when does that bother him?
Trump's not going. So I'm not sure. He did make a decision on which team he picked. I can't remember. I want to say for some reason he picked San Francisco, but I don't know for sure. So Trump's not going apparently. So
I mean, since when does he worry about anybody saying anything or heckling him? He don't give a damn.
I don't know.
What?
We'll finish with one more sports story because, well, Tom Brady apparently dissed the Patriots, and now one of his former players, Asante Samuel, is threatening to harm him.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Here we go.
Now, Tom Brady, let's be fair, the only thing he has said about the game was, I don't have a dog in the fight in this one. May the best team win. So he didn't pick the Patriots. And since they feel like he was a Patriot for life, they forget he went to Florida and won another Super Bowl. But apparently that's upset some people. And, Asante went on there and told him he has 23 hours to respond, or I'm going to go ape shit crazy on wherever you are.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, come on.
So, yeah, now they're threatening his life because he didn't decide to go for him.
We have to get out of here.
Into the show. So, yeah, I haven't picked who I want yet in the Super Bowl. So, I'm probably going to go with, I hate to say this, but the Patriots. So, that's probably who I'm going to go with. I haven't 100% committed. The Patriots did something that made me think that I really like them. So I'll probably go with the Patriots.
Don't put any money on this game.
Oh, no, I'm not. So, and Chris, my man, I expect that you'll send me some pictures here soon. So, all right, everybody, we will be back tomorrow, same time, same location for the Friday edition. Who the hell knows what we'll find? Brenda, you got anything else going on?
Nope, not until tomorrow night.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. We will see you guys and gal, I don't know, tomorrow, 2 o'clock. I guess I put it up on the screen now. Even though, remember, Thursdays on the Thin Line Rock Station. I'll get that shameless plug in. So we'll go out of here with this. There we go. We'll go out with this. So everybody have a good day. We'll see you later.
Oh, look, we're all attacking ourselves. Oh.
Yeah. Well, no, they're the red things and where they come from.
There they go.
Yep, there you go. All right, everybody, have a great day. We will see you soon. Sportcat, Brenda, we're getting the hell out of here.
Bye.
Everybody have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Through the end of the day. Hey. NASA aborts.